Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry. Again, like I said, I have to do this in little segments. So I don't have alcohol inks. Um, just the ones I have. Just a few colors that I did homemade ones out of just alcohol and food coloring. So the colors are green, blue, red, and I really didn't want those colors for the canvas. So I ended up using paint and just kind of spreading it on there, and then adding more white and adding more some green, and I just did like layer after layer of color till I finally got the desired look that I was looking for. And added this cross in as well, and allowed that to take the paint. And then I covered it with or sprayed it, I should say, with a gesso spray, and then the colors kind of could run and go where they may, and I ended up liking the way it turned out. So that one was good too. And it's just finding a way for me to create using what I have on hand. And I found that, you know, you may not always have a lot of money to create with, but you can figure out a way to get the result that you want. And until I get going, until I'm able to get more things, well, you know, that's how I'm going to work with it. I'm going to bring up my large project here. I apologize for the camera moving around, but I am using my phone to do this. So I have the large book that I made here. It's The Journey Begins with Faith, and it's my kind of angel book, spiritual. It's just what I like to have around me. It's what gets me through, and gives me the little bit of hope and strength that I need to get through day to day. So anyhow, I made this book, and I found most of the things at the thrift store, and I did some tea dyeing and things like that to make it look nice. Took apart things to add to it as many layers as I possibly could. So I just started with this page of layering laces, added this cross. I did alter it, and I used Epsom salt to give it just a tiny bit of sparkle. And I got this beautiful flower from creatingwithdetailstore.com, and I added that on the top. I thought it was a beautiful topper for that. So I'll go to the next page. And with this page here, I had this beautiful dangle trim that I did tea dye it, and I layered it in here along with some doily and stuff like that. And I took a napkin and I folded it so that I could create, sorry about the camera, more than one pocket. So you get 4 pockets out of that to stash or store some little mementos or special things in there, and I did add a cross on there. This one I was able to use some of the trims I had left from May, and I was able also to finally print out photos on fabric. Thank you to Nancy Thomas for finding and sending me the freezer paper that I couldn't find here and really needed. Thank you, Nancy, again. And so I added, again, layers, some tassel, the nice trim, cheesecloth, and just some, I would take apart clothes to find something to make, to have a nice fabric to work with. Little bling from the dollar store, and that's how I did that page. And the next page, this one I had as a wall hanging before, and I didn't want to just leave it sitting out like it was, so I decided to incorporate this one into the book, and I was able again to swap out the picture for the fabric one, which I really, really loved. And again, just layering. This came from a shirt of mine, a blouse, and doilies, and a little bit of ribbon. And this page, again, the fabric images found from Pinterest. Little bow, some dangle. This was on there like that, but I decided to dangle it there down with the bow. And part of this trim was what I used on the front page as well. This came from a thrift store on a table runner, actually, that came from Pier 1, and paid next to nothing for it. Some cheesecloth and doily. Again, I just work with what I have and try to make it as nice as possible. Now this next page here, I did use, again, a fabric picture. The feeling remains that God is on the journey too. And this is how I feel, because I believe without that I would not be here. So that definitely drives me on, keeps me going. So I cut out a little cross out of some doily that I had left. I was able to make it into the shape of a cross. And then just added some trim, some more trim around here to frame it out. A little cross on I had very little pieces of ribbon left to match the color. Some little fringe that I had on another project that I took apart to use it here. And some bows and a little heart that I had. I have taken apart my jewelry to use in my projects, and yeah. And on this last page here, just another pocket page. Stuff I found at the thrift store. Doilies. Little flower I made. This one is kind of a double pocket as well. A little one up top and a little one in behind. So you can put some nice things in there as well. And the back is just simply doily. Nothing fancy. Just added that on in there. And then for the side, the spine, I just added something that I had already made before, because I didn't really have the right things that I wanted to add. So I opted for this one. I had made this kind of a fabric tag, but it kind of works as, it's long enough to use for the spine. And I just added a little cross and embellished it with some little pieces that I had left that I cut up and used on there, little tassels. And then I made this one as well, and I thought that might be nice to insert inside the book as well. So there you go. That's some of my projects, and I have to thank Robin, first of all, for encouraging me and really helping me along this journey, and May as well. And oh, there's Juju again. Sorry, guys. She does like to hang out with me. Yeah, from the bottom of my heart, I have to thank you for helping me along and showing me that it is okay to do this. It is okay to share my stuff and have the confidence. I don't know. I don't want to come into the video and cry. Not bad, just with gratefulness, really helping me along, and I so appreciate it, and I can't thank you enough, and thank you everybody for stopping in to have a look. I will do more videos as I get going along here. I do need to get a camera. I am using my phone, but I promise you I will get better at this, and I thank you for looking in. I thank you for subscribing, and thank you for your time and your kindness as always. Thank you, everyone, and have a blessed day. Bye.